No to startujemy z tym,
Mr.
słuchajcie.
Boom personally-
Mamy tutaj wywiad z Boomem i dowiemy się bardzo ciekawych informacji. Obejrzyjcie ten odcinek od początku do końca, bo będą spoilery z zakochanym kamerą i będą oczywiście rzeczy, dowiemy się, co jest w tym kontenerze.
Shared with us the events that await us
Jestem
in the future
ciekaw.
episode. And this is not clickbait. Recently, Boom contacted one of the Russian YouTubers under the nickname ArmHov and told him some spoilers for the new episode
Wow,
to please us
nieźle.
because we have been waiting for a long time for a new episode. And Boom told the YouTuber to ask a few questions that interested him about future events in the series. And now we know what is in this container. We also know
Wow.
how the new episode will begin. And also when we will see the Titans that flew away somewhere in a secret scene. And there will also be information about Simp Cameraman, for whom we have been waiting for a very long time.
No to jest
And
mega,
also you will find
słuchajcie,
out whether
będzie
Plunger
fajnie.
Man and Dark Assassin will return to the series. But that's not all,
No i
because another
czyli-
YouTuber under nickname Fordell also asked Afuk a few questions, and
Wow,
believe me,
ej, to będziemy
it's
dużo
insane.
wiedzieć.
And in total, Boom answered 11 questions. And there's a whole mountain of spoilers. This video is literally crazy, because we have never received such information personally from Boom. And also
Nieźle.
be sure that you have subscribed to my channel, because according to ArmHub, he did not reveal all the issues to us. And tomorrow, another video with important information
Okej, czyli dzisiaj znowu będzie kolejne wideo, bo ja ten film wszedł wczoraj, nie? Dobra,
episode awaits
sprawnie.
us. And in episode 72, we will see the cameraman detective. But perhaps with these words, the Titans flew away in episode 72? And Boom answered that we won't find out in episode 72, and it will already be in
Aha, czyli w 72 odcinku nie dowiemy się, gdzie polecieli Tytani.
episode 73.
W 73 dopiero to będzie wyjaśnione, okej.
Based on this, my theory is confirmed that a calmer episode awaits us, and in episode 72, we will see the cameraman detective.
Czyli będzie
perhaps-
detektyw kamera, widzicie? Nieźle.
Perhaps with these words, he's trying to confuse us, and we'll probably see the Titans, but not the place they were flying to, because something might stop them. Perhaps on their way, there will be Astro Toilet and a battle will begin. But personally, I think that this is unlikely, and we will see the Titans already in episode 73. But there is another option that we will see G-Man and the Astro General who is hunting for him, and there may also be a fight there. And already in episode 73, the Titans will also arrive there, and there will be a large-scale battle. But these are just theories. But the second question was even interesting, and Arm asked
No,
about this
ciekawe.
container that we saw in episode
O, właśnie,
71.
co tam jest?
And what was there anyway? And I was very surprised because Boom directly said what exactly was there. And there
Serio?
was an unfinished project of Skibidi scientist. And it's even difficult for me to imagine what it could be. But you know that the scientists
Niedokończony projekt naukowców. Ciekawe, co oni tam tworzyli. Skoro była tam kartka, że z Astro Toiletami jakieś współpracę podjęli, to być może jakiś taki nowa Astro Toileta?
love to experiment with agent technologies, and perhaps this project is also connected with these technologies. Or there is a new weapon that can change the course of the war.
Albo
And
rasa
toilets will be able to
komputerów.
dominate agents and even Astro Toilets. And it seems to me that the Astro General is also hunting for this device, since they are always spying on toilets and also on agents, and maybe they know more than agents, and no matter what, they must take what is inside or destroy it.
No może to
Or
chcą
they are on the
wziąć.
side of G-Man, and perhaps General also guards this cargo. But from the conversation of the Astro Toilets, it seemed that the General should take this technology, and he also smiled when he heard that the G-Man escaped from this bunker with cargo. But in any case, we will find out already in episode 73. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question was about my favorite buddy Gmail Titan. Will he become stronger, and will he get any improvements? And Boom said that his current improvements have not yet been revealed. And I didn't doubt it, and already told you that Gmail Titan is damn strong. And we don't know all of his abilities.
Okej,
episode
czyli
71
wygląda
we
na
only-
to, że wszystkich umiejętności G-Mana nie pokazano.
We saw how he shot lasers, and this is probably only 20% of his strength, since I'm sure that the scientist really worked hard on his body
No ma
and made
rdzeń,
him much
nie?
stronger than the fake one we saw in episode 65. And perhaps he will be able to defeat even the Astro General. You may find this strange, since the Astro General was able to repel all the attacks of our Titans. But come on, guys. The fact that he reflected their attacks does not make him stronger than them. I think that TV Man Titan could defeat the Astro General in a fair fight. Although, if you take Cameraman Titan, then I already doubt that he will be able to defeat him. But now G-Man is on a completely different level, and perhaps he will fight all the Titans at once. And he can even defeat Cameraman and Speakerman.
Ej
The
nie,
TV Man
to jest
will kill him in
niemożliwe, bo czemu uciekł od Tytana TV-Mana? Myślę, że on by nie był w stanie 3 Tytanów pokonać, G-Man.
I've already said many
Tu
times
się
that
nie
the era of
zgadzam.
toilets is already over and the era of Astro Toilets has begun. And since the Skibidi scientist died, I think that G-Man will also die and ordinary toilets will all be destroyed. But even if this happens, I have no doubt that G-Man Titan will definitely show a legendary fight and will be able to surprise us. And I can't wait to see all his abilities. Although it's hard for me to figure out what he's hiding since visually he only has lasers and a core that he used in episode 71. But he can definitely surprise us because that same TV Man Titan in every new episode shows new abilities that we haven't seen before. And in episode 68, we learned that he can absorb energy with his core and also remove his TV from his body. And now in episode 71, we saw that he can reflect enemy attacks with the help of his insane energy. And even in episode 70, Large TV Man showed that can absorb someone else's teleport, and this is incredible.
No
Because
dużo
after
dowiedzieliśmy się takich rzeczy, których nie mieliśmy w ogóle podejrzeń, nie? Że mają takie umiejętności TV
so
mani.
many episodes and time we learn about new abilities of agents, and I really like it. But we still have a lot of questions, and let's move on to the most discussed. And everyone already knows that in episode 70, our beloved little agents, Plunger Man and Dark Assassin, tragically died. And there were a lot of debates about whether we will see these agents again in the future, or maybe there will be some kind of reference to
No
them.
ciekawe.
And Boom answered that maybe yes. But as Armhov said, this answer was not confident, and the strangest of all, and it seemed to hint at the ghosts of the cameramen. But to be honest, I didn't understand much here because I personally didn't see what they were talking about, and I don't know how exactly Boom responded. But it seems Boom doesn't want to reveal this topic much to add in.
Moim zdaniem, słuchajcie, tak jak mówię, tą teorię, którą już wam wcześniej opowiedziałem, że nie został zniszczony ninja Plunger, tylko został wyłączony. I detektyw będzie w stanie, myślę, znaleźć tą rzecz, która go po prostu włączy. I tyle.
Intrigue. But there is
Także
a
on
chance that
wróci,
in the
Plunger
future we will see
ulepszony.
these heroes again. Of course, I'm not sure about the Dark Assassin, but I had a theory about Plunger Man, and that it's possible that in this floppy disk that the secret agent got, there was a Plunger Man's memory.
No,
And since the agents
Też mi
are
się
robots,
wydaje.
they can again create a new body and transfer their memory there. And maybe he will return this way.
ale dyskietka jest, słuchajcie, nawiązaniem do komputerów. Rasa PC-menów na pewno się pojawi.
Because he is a very valuable agent and he can also be useful to the secret agent
Musicie, żeby tą dyskietkę użyć, trzeba mieć komputer, nie?
himself. Since we don't know what to expect
Stary
from Astro
komputer, jeszcze ja
Toilets.
takie miałem.
And fighters like Plunger Man and Dark Assassin are too valuable to just kill them. But as always, I can't know for sure. But be sure to write what you think about this, as this is a very important topic. But that's where the questions from Armhov ended. And Arm said that there were more questions, and tomorrow he will make another video about it. So be sure to subscribe to me because I will also make a video about it. But this is not the end of our video,
Także,
as we have 7 more cool questions from YouTuber Fordell, and let's move on to them. And the
oho,
first
nowe
question was
pytanie.
about the cameraman scientist whom we saw in episode 54. Will he return to the series? And Boom answered that he will return and very soon. And this
O,
is very interesting because honestly, I already forgot about him, although he looked like a very important and not an ordinary character.
fajnie.
But at the same time, this is also a hint that soon we will see the cameraman detective and also this scientist Robocop. And since Boom said that this will happen very soon, now I am sure that this will
Wydaje mi się, że oni będą po prostu przeszukiwać te laboratoria.
happen in episode 72. And even maybe he will help the detective reveal a secret agent or find a traitor among the agents, and that will be cool. But the next question was even more
Ciekawe, co ten aparat tam robi, nie?
important and at the same time simple. And Fordell asked how many Astro Toilets there are, and Boom replied that there are enough of them. And here it's worth thinking
Wystarczająca?
about, is it enough for what? In order to defeat the agents, or are there enough of them to take over the whole world? It's difficult to answer this question.
Ciekawe.
But as I mentioned earlier, I'm sure that there are more Astro Toilets than we saw in the series. At the moment, we have only seen 3 Astro Toilets, UFO Toilet and his blood with Claw, and the Astro General from episode 70. But it's obvious that there are other types of Astro Toilets, and perhaps they
Też
were
mi się
even
wydaje,
already
że
in the
jest
series.
więcej tych Astro
But we
Toilet,
just didn't
nie?
know that these were Astro Toilets. It's even possible that this mutant is one of the Astro Toilets, since he is very smart and secretive, and this is typical for all Astro Toilets. And I'm also sure that they have
Nie,
their
bo
own
oni
leader,
mają
and this is
garnki
not the
na
Astro
głowie.
Toilet from episode 70, since I believe that he is an army general, or a toilet of a higher rank, because a leader would definitely not be involved in such matters, because leaders always only give orders and sit somewhere in a safe and calm place. Anyways, time will tell. And let's move on to the next one question. And we are all trying to reveal the identity of the secret agent. But did anyone ask themselves the question, does he exist at all?
No właśnie.
Now I mean, does he have a physical body, or is he like a ghost? And Fordell asked whether the secret agent has a physical body or not. And Boom answered, maybe. And again, it is not
Może?
clear since he clearly
O
does not
Jezu.
want to reveal his character.
Ciekawe.
Although there are obvious details when the secret agent interacted with the agents physically. For example, in episode 66, he gave a knife to the cameraman. Also in episode 62, he threw headphones to the agent. And based on from this, we can say that he has a physical body. But on the other hand, during the time when he handed over the objects to the agents, we never saw him completely, but only half the body. And now I'm completely confused. Is it possible that there are two secret agents? One helped the agents by giving them various items, and the other appears only in the minds of the agents. And this is a very likely theory since the
Ciekawe.
agents never paid attention to
Kilka
him when he was near
agentów.
them.
No
And only we
mogłoby
or
być,
certain
nie?
cameramen such as the Plunger Man could see him. But most likely he has a physical body since he took with his hand the floppy disk that the cameraman gave him, and this cameraman was in the real world with other agents in the bunker, so I personally think that he is real and has a physical body. And the next question is, will the events in some episodes take place on the water or in space? And Boom answered, everything is possible.
Aha,
And I
czyli
was very
takie
interested in this
odpowiedzi
question because
to
we
nie
associate
odpowiedzi,
Astro Toilets
szczerze.
always with space, because the word astro means space. And it is possible that someday we will see their space base and how agents will be able to get there and carry out some kind of mission. But for now, this all sounds too fantastic. So let's move on to the next question. And the next question is very important since it concerns one of the Titans. And the question is, will Speakerman receive new improvements? But the Boom answered, unknown. And I was not surprised in this answer, and this will probably be a big spoiler.
O nie gadajcie, że Tytan głośnik zginie.
But personally, I wanted so that Speakerman would receive some improvements, since he is the weakest of the Titans, and in fact, he never received any big improvements. Cameraman in episode 50 completely changed and received a lot of cool
Głośnik
features.
zginie,
TV
skoro on
Man
tak
also
powiedział,
received many new
że
abilities,
nieznane, nie
but the
wiemy.
Speakerman has not changed at all throughout the series, or his changes were minimal. In episode 67, we learned that he can also fire a laser from the core, but that's all. And I think this is not fair for him. But on the other hand, this is another explanation why Boom did not want to answer this question. There is a chance we can say goodbye to the Speakerman in
No
future
właśnie.
episodes, and that's why Boom not want to talk much
O
about
ja
him.
cię.
But if we assume that one of the Titans dies, then it will most likely be Cameraman Titan. And don't think that I'm a hater of Cameraman Titan. In fact, I like him better than Speakerman. But Cameraman is the
Tytan kamera nie może zginąć, bo nie mamy już ninży. Tak mi
favorite
się
character
wydaje,
of
to
many,
by było
and
za
he is the
bardzo.
most stable and amazing Titan. But he was also almost killed several times, but he miraculously always managed to survive. And it seems to me that in the future, he will die completely. But most likely it will be closer to the end of the series. But let's not talk about sad things, since we have two more questions. And the first question, will episode 72 be divided into parts? And Boom said, most likely not. And it seems that he decided to do the episodes as it was before,
Czyli będziemy mieli krótkie odcinki,
without additional parts.
jak
But he
nie
didn't
będzie
say exactly
podzielone.
because everything can change and sometimes the coolest ideas come only at the end. And maybe he wants to expand this episode, but based on his plans, there will most likely be no parts in episode 72. And we received answers to most of the questions. But there remained the last and probably the most important question in the entire history of the series.
O tej kocie?
This is so much exclusive information that it's even difficult for me to share it with you. But since I love all my viewers, now I'll reveal this terrible secret. And the last question is, will Skibidi Cat return to the series? And
Skibidi.
Boom replied that it's possible. And honestly, I
Co?
already forgot about him, but now he will be my most favorite character.
Skibidi kot powróci, no to ładnie.
And he showed up in episode 16 and
Nieźle.
everyone forgot about him. But I believe that a Boom will add him again. And just imagine if we see improved Skibidi Cat. It
Ale
sounds
to już
funny,
by było
but it
chore.
would be
Raczej to
crazy.
będzie odniesienie tak jak DJ Toilet czy coś.
And maybe Dafuk had.
Ale nieźle,
But
słuchajcie,
tomorrow another
dowiedzieliśmy
similar
się
video
bardzo dużo. Ja cię.